Hello, West Seattle High School faculty. This is a video about creating grading groups in Schoology, making it simple to assign different work to specific semi-permanent groups of students. This would be particularly helpful if you had a group of students who needed to receive modified assignments, or if you're trying to create a class where you have one group of students doing one set of things and another set doing another set of things. For instance, if you're running two language classes in the same class of different levels, and you want to have these semi-permanent groups where you're always assigning things differently to those groups. All right. This isn't a live video because I had to get rid of student names, so you'll just have to deal with the clicking through the slides. All right, so the first thing you want to do in order to make these groups is click on the Members tab in one of your classes, which will bring up the students in your class and yourself. And then the thing you're going to want to use is over here, this little button, Organize Members into Grading Groups, which is gray when you first click into the Members section. And when you click on the, or actually when you hover over this, you will get Add Grading Group, and so obviously you just click on Add Grading Group, and that will take you to a screen which will allow you to take your various students and put them into groups. So it brings up a page, a little pop-up page, where you can literally just click on the names of the students that you want chosen for any particular group. And anybody who isn't clicked on will end up being not chosen. So you can pretty quickly figure out, which kids you want in the group. So obviously, if you have a group of kids receiving modifications, you should have some kind of list of those students open on one side so you get all the proper number of students there. All right, and then once you've got that, you just click Create Grading Group, and that creates your grading group. And so you can also, and probably should, create grading groups for the students not in that particular group. So this is the member list, and you can see who's in which group, basically. So some of the kids I put into the red group, other kids I put into the blue group. You could obviously put somebody into both groups for some weird reason if you felt like. These are actually my fellow teachers. But so you could have people in multiple groups, or you can have, like I said, one group for the red group and another set of people in the blue group. Just so happened that in this particular class, which I actually did create real groups, most of the people in the red group were at the top, and most of the people in the blue group, with a couple of exceptions, were at the bottom. So once you have this set up, you can see your groups over here on the right side, and this would be only useful, really, this screen, if you needed to edit that. So say you need to move a kid from the red to the blue group, or you need to, do something different with these groups. If you click on the little gear button over here, it just brings back open this pop-up window, and you can, move the kids around to various groups as you so please. So if you decide to change groups midway through the semester, you can easily do that. Or if a kid moves from one group to another, you can easily do that. All right. The only problem you might have is if you accidentally put a kid in two groups or give them no group, but that's pretty easy to troubleshoot in real time. When you get to assigning the assignments using these groups, it's pretty straightforward to use it. You create the assignment like you normally would, and then down here at the bottom is the individually assign button, and this is the crucial one for making sure that this particular assignment goes to particular students. So you click on the individual assign little bowling pin thing down there, and that opens up a assign to pop-up window, which is super handy because basically if you type in any of the stuff that you would need to identify that group, either P3, blue, or whatever, it would automatically assign it to that student. If you also just want to ever assign a specific assignment to a specific group, specific student, you can just start typing names in there. But obviously it's way easier to have the groups pre-built if you're going to use semi-permanent groups for one reason or another. So you just start typing, it brings up whatever is the closest match, you click on it, and then that assignment would be assigned only to that group of students. So here's a list of my assignments, and you can see that this particular assignment is only assigned to one group. And if I had had multiple versions of this to another group, it would have a similar version, and it would say, second group. I usually put the titles slightly different so that I can tell myself which one is happening. You can see that I did this assignment before I created my group, so I actually hand entered it to 7 students and this other one to 26 students. So basically that's how you set it up so that you don't have to do individual student names. You can actually just create groups. And again, it's really super straightforward. You go into the member page, organize members into grading groups, and honestly, it pretty much does itself from there. You just don't have to think that much about it. That's how you create grading groups, and therefore you can assign assignments to different groups of students. The nice part about it is the students can't see any work other than what's assigned to them. So they're not aware that they're in a group. They just see their assignment and they don't see the other assignments. This is particularly useful if you also set your grade book up the same way. And I have another video showing you how to set it up so that students only see the assignment that they actually had assigned to them. So it can really feel like for the student that they have only one set of assignments, only one set of grades, and they can't tell that other students have a different experience. That's how you use grading groups in Schoology. Hope that was helpful.